I single-handedly broke up my marriage. You're an awful person.
You're 24 years old. Why would I listen to you? Why would you be giving therapy and advice to people who clearly need it? It doesn't make any sense, Ari. This is a horrible idea.
You're listening to
Unlicensed
Therapy with Ari Manis.
All right. Yeah.
Are we rolling, Ari Mana?
It's going.
Awesome.
Hair right here on the table. I wonder whose hair that is.
I don't know, dude. If I was an investigator, I'd probably figure that shit out, dude.
It's tiny. It's curly.
It's probably one of
brown.
fucking Alex Santiago's pubes, dude. If you don't fix that, dude.
It's a little crooked.
I mean, because you don't have it anchored anywhere, pal. It's kind of balancing on its own, you know. You just lost subscribers.
I edit a lot of editing. What'd you do today?
What did I do today? I woke up. I made a little breakfast. I took Doogie out.
Wait, what'd you make for breakfast?
I do eggs. I usually eat eggs.
Just scrambled?
No, I'll do. Well, they were over medium.
Two of them or three?
I do 3, and then a little bit of like little ham.
Ham? That's not kosher.
It's not kosher, no, but I eat it.
Aren't you Jewish?
No, Ari.
You're not Jewish? Are you sure?
Are you joking right now?
You're not?
No.
What are you?
My family's Muslim.
What?
My family's Muslim. I'm not religious, dude. I don't.
You're.
I don't do that.
I can't even say it. Muslim?
Oh, Ari Manas.
I'm a 36-year-old Iranian man.
I'm a 36. Was that your favorite thing that I did?
It might be. It's just so good.
Okay. So what's up, man? What did you do today?
I woke up.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't work out or exercise at all. I went and got breakfast in the valley with Andrew Santino. He said that he recommended you for the television show Punk'd recently.
Oh, cool, man.
The recreation.
That's very cool.
With Jason Goldberg.
Yeah.
And he said he didn't know if you'd want to do it or not, but he put your name out there.
That's pretty
Would
cool.
you want to do it?
I don't know, dude. It's all up in the air. Everything's up in the air.
I'll edit this out. Do you think it'll be as good as Jerks with Cameras?
I don't know if you can ever top that. If you want me to be frank.
Which did you like better, Jerks with Cameras Season 1 or Jerks with Cameras Season 2?
That's a false question because there was never a Season 2, Ari.
Dude, I just roasted your ass.
You fucking are good at roasting, dude. Last night you roasted pretty good, dude. I was impressed. That was so funny.
I just said he was a racist and said the N-word all the time.
That was
It's
great.
funny because it's the opposite of him. He loves black people. Luke Schwartz.
Yeah.
Did you know that about him?
I didn't know that about him.
He's obsessed with black people.
How do you know that?
Just if you follow him on social media or things he's into and the people he talks to and how friendly he is to them, black people. He's racist against white people. If a white person walks by, he goes, "Hey, good to see you." And if a black person walks by, "What up, man? I love that thing you did."
Wow.
Always.
Well, how did you notice that?
Because I'm
perceptive. Ari, this is great. So tell me, what do you do on your podcast?
Okay, the first section of it. Loose conversation interview.
Is that where we're in right now?
We're in that. After I feel that I've warmed you up.
Okay.
That you got you on my side.
All right.
Then I give you advice on something. You come to me with a problem.
Oh, cool.
And I help you with the problem. Mm-hmm. And then the third segment.
I have a problem. How do I say no to doing podcasts that I don't really necessarily?
That's rude. That's rude, man.
I'm joking, dude. You're like, I love you. You know that, Ari.
Love you too. And then the third segment is we take calls and hear other people's problems. Voicemail.
It's voicemails, but
Voicemails.
It's not live calls?
Not live calls. We hear other people's issues and problems. You give them advice. We give them advice.
Oh, cool.
And I'm open to new segments. If you have a fourth segment you want to do, I'm not stuck.
If I think of something, I'll let you know.
You've always been there for me.
I love you. You're like a little brother to me, Ari. There's a few guys that are like little brothers, and you're one of them.
Who are the other ones? Be careful.
No, I'm not. Jack Jr. is one. He's like a little brother.
Jack Jr. from the Haha?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a little bro. You know, like guys like you and fucking like there's a few of you guys that just like the guys that are a little, like Mike Lenoci, the Craig Conants, the guys that are always around that are funny, and they're just, I consider like just, you know, started a little bit after I did.
Do you look at me and think, wow, like it's so amazing that he started after me, is younger than me, better looking, funnier, and get a little jealous about that? I'm just
sometimes I do have that thought.
Way better than you will ever be.
Yeah, I do have that thought all the time, dude. You're a very good comedian, Ari. You're not in the mood to do this podcast. It sounds like.
Not in the mood to do the podcast. Let's call it off.
Really? Is this your?
I don't know. I think maybe I masturbated too recently.
Yeah, you seem like you're very lackluster.
I think, and it's a problem. Like 1 o'clock rolls around. You're supposed to be here at 1:30. I have a half hour to kill. What am I gonna do?
So you whacked off in that half hour?
So in that half hour, I'm looking at pornography.
Okay.
And then that lowers my energy.
Like if I wouldn't want to watch these two guys talking right now. That's just my opinion.
No, someone wants to watch.
Who?
And it's also good background fluffer.
I guess.
Like maybe it's not the most amazing conversation, but yeah, I could have that on the background while I make my bed or do my laundry or walk down the street.
Yeah, like walk my dog, or I could see that. But
if
also
someone's sitting down in
but
the
your
bed,
energy is making my energy lower, I could tell.
Well, you can't let other people affect you, man.
I do all the time.
You don't want to do that.
Let's talk about some therapy there, pal. Because like I'll go, you know, like if I've just recently learned not to do that on stage, to let, you know,
That's
a
hard.
low
Yeah,
energy crowd.
if the crowd
affect
isn't
me.
laughing at all, to just still give them 100.
Yeah, and I've seen guys
How
that are
hard?
really good at that, and there's guys. You know what's so funny is like one time I saw Carlos Mencia out of all the people. Right, it was like brand new in comedy, and I'm like, he performed like he was performing for a theater, but it was like maybe 15 people.
Where was that?
And
at?
I was like, oh shit! So if there's one thing you can learn from everyone,
where
it's like-
did you see that performance?
That was at the M Bar. It was at the M Bar, but I remember I was like, oh, you know, whatever, you could say
Does
whatever.
Carlos
you
Mencia
want
live in
about
Los
him.
Angeles?
I don't know anything about him other than like
I would like
the
for
history.
him to do my apartment show.
That would be cool. I think he would do it. Dude, I remember him coming to the Comedy Store and just everyone fucking avoiding him like the plague, dude.
Yeah.
Like he would come, and I was brand new when he was like trying to come around a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had a show at the Comedy Store, and he would come. Dude, this is the fucked up part. And you know, you heard what you heard about him, and then he would come. So, and I had a show. Like it was this particular time was in the Belly Room, and you know, like like Steve Byrne and like Ahmed and like Bill Burr was gonna go. None of them went up. They're like, dude, we're not like they just didn't go.
They didn't
up.
want him to see them.
Yeah, and then also one of them, I forget who it was like, dude, just you know, don't do any fucking material, you know. So I like told the guy, I don't know, he was sitting in the, you know, where the what do you call it? Like the roast battle judges would sit
up
right
there.
Yeah, that little dugout area. He was sitting right there just watching everyone, and he didn't go up. He didn't go up, or he wasn't
just
trying
soaking it in.
But I don't know. It was just so weird that he was doing that. And then I think shortly after that, he asked like Tommy to host the open mic.
Did he?
I thought so. I don't know.
Wow.
I guess he had asked to come.
I think
and
that'd
host.
be kind of cool if Carlos Mencia hosted Potluck one week, even now.
That'd be so weird. I mean,
It'd
I
be
don't know.
so
But
weird,
I
but-
remember telling everyone, like, don't do material, man. Just, you know, do your riff. So we all went up there and were riffing and stuff. I bet you can get him on your podcast.
I would. I'd put him on. I bet you he doesn't do a lot of interviews unless he knows they're going to go really positive.
Dude, I wonder what that was like for him. You know?
If he did this podcast, do you think I should talk about the negative things in his life?
I think he gets it so much, probably, right? I mean, it's
Or is
gotta
that old
suck.
news?
It's pretty old news, but it's so funny how mainstream it became. You know, that everybody knows about that.
Yeah.
Like everyone, like, you know, not just comedians, like the whole thing, you know, like it's so
Yeah.
funny. Like you make a joke about it and everyone would get it.
It's more famous than Mind of Mencia.
I can't believe the stuff like they would, you know, you could get away with on the show.
Would you let Carlos Mencia feature for you on the road if the
No.
club said, "Hey, we got a local guy. His name's Carlos
No,
Mencia"? You'd say, "No, I want someone else."
no. Because I don't think that would be a good thing for. I mean, I would rather have like a guy that's like that I want to hook up or something like that. Why would I?
But
have
if it was
Carlos
like
Mencia?
you're on the road, you're getting a local guy, you
and
don't
they were
have
like,
anyone
"Here,
with
he's
you.
got to go on your show." I mean, I don't.
Would you say, "Nah"? I'd rather. Would you get someone else?
Yeah, I wouldn't want him on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say he could go on, but he has to do 5 minutes clean.
Of my material.
My material. Look me up on YouTube. He has to do 5 minutes of my material up top.
Yeah.
That'd be
and then
pretty
I
good.
won't. Yeah, and then you don't do those 5 minutes.
Now, I noticed you're wearing a Nike skateboarding hat, but you don't skateboard.
I did.
What was the best trick you were ever able to pull off?
Like a nollie pressure flip, I'd say.
Damn. I didn't even know. I was about to call you a poser.
No,
was wrong.
I skated, like that was a big part of my life when I was a kid. And then, like, I don't know, when I was probably 25 or something, I stopped carrying a skateboard in my car.
I think that happened at the exact same age. Now I have skateboards on my walls, and I can't remember last time.
I remember there was a point where I didn't have health insurance or something, and I was like, I can't. And it was just like too much, like, you know. But when you were a kid, I'd always be like, how, you know, when you were a kid skateboarding, I don't know if you ever went to like a skate park or like you'd go anywhere, and then you'd see like older kids like taking breaks. I was like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, why aren't you out there skating, man? This is like,
you pussy.
no, this is so much fun. Like, how could you be taking a break? And then I
Now
got
you
older,
get it.
and I was like, oh, okay, they're just smoking weed, or they're hanging out and taking a break because they're tired.
If you could be a professional athlete in any sport, what would it be?
Professional athlete in any sport.
Yeah, you could be a pro skateboarder, you could be a professional baseball player.
Yeah, it'd probably be basketball or
soccer.
something.
Basketball? Mm-hmm. Did you play?
I did play a little, but I wrestled, which was the same season, so I couldn't play like in high school. But I was good when I used to wake up when I was in 7th grade at like fucking 5 a.m. and go play basketball because I thought I was going to make the NBA. Yeah, me and my buddy Ronnie Cardiel.
You both thought you were going to be in the
Oh,
NBA.
yeah, and he was super short, but he was really good. And I was like a really good shooter, and I was pretty good too, but we would go and practice with the intention of being in the NBA.
In 7th grade.
Dude, 5 a.m. We'd
So
get
you've
up
also
and go
had
and
kind
shoot.
of you've always had grand ideas.
Grand ideas, yeah. I was like, dude, we're gonna be in the fucking NBA, dog. We gotta wake up at 5 a.m. and go.
Now
before
what is
everyone's up.
your dream currently?
Be the best comedian in the world?
Better than
I just say that anyway because I read all these books and stuff. So I'm the greatest comedian in the world.
Who do you think the best comedian in the world is now that you have to overpass?
I don't think it's overpass. It's just like I think you're your own worst. When I reach my full potential, I will be that.
So you'll be the greatest amongst other of the greatest.
Yeah, I think there's other greats. There's always going to be that, but I think that
But who's your favorite?
like current. Like, what do you mean?
Your
I don't
favorite
know.
comedian?
Like favorite now, probably Chappelle.
David?
Yeah, I just like how loose and fluid his shit is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I love his Louis C.K. joke. Have you heard that one?
Oh yeah, that's great.
special.
Yeah, just like he's just so naturally funny, man. It's like that's what I like about him. You know?
What issues do you have in your life?
Your transition was so good.
Thank you.
My biggest issue probably is that I'm in my head a lot about everything.
When you say you're in your head, are you worried what other people think about you?
That's some of it. I mean, it's just everything, dude. I have like fucking my brain sometimes is like a rat nest.
Do you think part of that could be that you need a haircut?
I appreciate the attempt at a joke, but I don't think that's it. And that's not it.
It could be.
Absolutely 125% that
I'm not saying you
what
need
it
a
is.
haircut. I'm saying maybe you need a haircut.
But that's the problem. Like, if you're going to get into a therapy thing, and then you put like a really half-assed joke into the mix of when someone's trying to tell you like a real thing, especially with I just whacked off energy, you're asking to tank.
You're being negative.
I'm not.
You're
I'm
being
not.
negative.
You just you asked me what are your problems in life, and I just started to tell you, and then you told me, do you think it's because of your hair? How could any of that? My head being a rat nest, blah blah blah.
Can we start over?
No, we can't because you can't edit any of this out.
Let's start over. I think that if you have an issue with worrying about what people think about you, you just got to go out in the world and do something so embarrassing that it'll just make it so you don't care at all what people think about you. Maybe make a post of yourself on Instagram showing your butthole at the top of Runyon Canyon.
I already did that.
Then how could you care?
There's certain things that I care about and certain things I don't. Like when I'm on stage, I don't care. I can do whatever I want. But then when I'm home by myself, you know, if I'm watching a video of mine or something and like, I'm like, oh, I could do this better. You know what I mean? I could be like, oh, I've done this better. Or if I watch a tape of myself, like, oh, why did I do it like this? I could have done like this.
Sometimes I think maybe I shouldn't post comedy posters on my Instagram.
Meaning, I don't know. I could see how it gets annoying, but dude, I use my Instagram. I know you're supposed to use it like, you know, put fucking funny stuff up and content, all this, that. But I use it as for my fans, like to let them know where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
And if they don't want to follow me, that's fine.
Yeah.
You know, but I think the ones that do stick around, they're like your real fans.
That's true.
You know, and then they come to your shows.
They'll be happy with whatever you post. They just want to support.
Yeah, and they're just like, oh, cool. So they can put up with a flyer every now and then.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't matter. I mean, fuck. You know, there's guys that use it every day. There's guys that, you know, don't even use it. Chappelle doesn't have it.
Are you using the podcast studio you built in your apartment?
No, and that's another thing. I've had that thing for 6 months.
I think more.
Yeah, more. Yeah, now it's been 7. But it's like I've recorded other things in there.
That's good. So it's getting a little bit of use.
I mean, it's just a fucking empty room now, you know? And it's all set up, ready to go. I just have to like do something, and sometimes I have mental blocks.
Maybe just on the side we could put a little twin-size bed in there and we could rent it out.
I don't want to do that anymore. I thought about it, but I don't
not
want
to a
do
roommate.
It. No, like
Just have
Airbnb.
strangers.
I don't like that. You like that shit. You got fucking robbed.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like, oh, I don't know what happened. I'm like, you fucking moron. And you have like all this equipment and you just trust these fucking strangers that have like some profile online.
It's all insured.
Yeah, you asshole. I don't want to say it because I don't want you to get in trouble, but I sent you a bunch of pictures, man. Of shit I have.
So you're good. So you could rent out your place. You don't have to worry about that.
I could if I wanted to.
What would you do if you had $1 million?
Just do stand up.
What would you buy? A condo?
I'd buy a little place.
Little house?
I'd buy a little place, like kind of in the woods. Not in the woods, but like, you know, in the hills somewhere that's like, looks like it's a little tree house.
Yeah.
Just to have a little tiny place. And then I would do stand up and I would just travel around.
That's it.
It's just $1 million.
If you had $1 million,
that's not. I don't think that's enough for like whatever you're gonna do.
Let me say, I'll give you $10 million.
That's not. I mean,
how many weekends would you do stand up out of the month?
I think 2 weekends a month is fun.
2 weekends.
Yeah.
Past that,
but
too
I think
much.
like doing theaters, it's even easier because then you just go and do one show and you go home.
That's the real.
Yeah,
fun. That's when it's fun.
I think, right?
Yeah.
I don't know yet because I'm still in the clubs. But
yeah, but you're going to be doing theaters by 2020.
That's a goal.
What do you think it would take to get you to do theaters?
Just more people to know about me. I mean, you're fucking so depressing right now, dude. If I can be completely honest with you, Ari. If you were my therapist, I would have fucking killed myself 6 months ago.
No, I wouldn't let you do that. I'd prescribe you good medicine.
Nah, dude. I just couldn't do it. What would you tell me to do?
Well, I don't know what besides your problem of caring about what people thinking in your own head, like what's a real problem I could give you advice on?
That's a real problem, dude. I mean, I don't think it's unlicensed, so you don't know what the fuck you're talking about anyway.
No, I do. I'm really good. Okay.
No, but I've heard your podcast.
Oh, thank you.
You give outlandish advice and tell people to cut their hair when they're in depression. I mean, that's not.
No. That was a joke. I think to get out of your head, what you got to do.
Go to the top of Runyon Canyon and show my asshole. Another bad piece of advice. What the fuck are you talking about, Ari? Either give some people. That's a horrible idea. To go to fucking the top of Runyon and show my asshole.
That's not that bad of advice.
That's not going to help anything.
I think showing your asshole will get you out of your head. It's going to make you think about that. You're going to go, why did I do that? What I'm such an idiot. And then you won't care about anything else you do.
Why would I show my asshole on the top of Runyon Canyon, dude?
It's kind of like when your head hurts, right? You have a head. You go, I have a headache, and you tell your dad, and then your dad sucks you in the arm really hard, and you go, what the? Why'd you do that? And he goes, does your head still hurt? And you go, oh yeah, you do know a thing or two. Same thing with the asshole on top of onion.
How do I feel like this is the clip you're going to use? Because I know you well. Oh. 1 hour. Thing. 1 hour podcast.
It's the same thing. I keep tearing up out of my left eye.
Well, because the gas fumes that we're fucking ingesting from being right off the Franklin. Do people know where your podcast studio is?
No one's ever died in here from any fumes. If you could kiss one girl on the lips in the whole world, who would it be? Girl, female.
I don't know.
Come on.
Well, in the whole world?
Yeah.
It could be anyone.
Anyone.
Your mother. I've thought about this for a long time, dude.
Kane?
Mm-hmm.
Have you met?
Yeah.
You met her?
She's hot.
She's been through menopause.
That's fine.
Is it menopause or meta?
It's meta.
Menopause.
You're so stupid. How is this thing?
It's going to have to go through a lot of editing.
I feel like, yeah.
Maybe it's because of the temperature of the room.
Do you not want to do it today? We don't have to.
No, let's do it. All right, ready? Thanks for coming to Unlicensed Therapy. I really appreciate you being here.
It's good to be here, Ari.
Yeah, so have you ever been here in this garage before?
I've seen it. I saw you build it. I remember there was a couch here and there was a thing there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's changed a little bit. You put a table in.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
You know, before we were sitting on the side.
Yeah.
And we had to look over like this.
But this is cool too, right?
But this way we could look into each other's eyes and really feel one another, man to man.
But everything makes me want to go.
Touch me.
Everything makes me want to go this way.
No, just
everything
right
makes
here.
me want to look.
It's all right here.
Look, Ari, why don't we do this?
Right
Ari,
here.
why don't we do this?
No.
Why don't we just do this?
They don't need to see our eyes.
They don't?
Look into my eyes. It's about the energy between me and you.
But I can't do it because every time I look in your
No,
eyes,
no.
I'm going downhill with energy.
No,
and the
no.
seat's too low.
You're right. It's the chairs. I need to get different chairs.
It's just like, it's making me
Listen,
sit like
it's
this.
a work in progress. It's a work in progress.
Yeah.
Sit up like this. Sit up like this.
Something about it just
look into my eyes. Let's do this. This is the podcast.
I don't like my posture right now. It's
sit up straight. Come on. Get in it.
I don't like this posture.
Right here.
It's like the fucking
This
chair
is it.
goes in.
Let's do that. Let's turn it on. Just turn it on right now. Podcast mode on. You and me. Podcast Unlicensed Therapy. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay, good. Today I wanted to welcome our newest sponsor. That is Lynx Vapor. They sent me this Eden vaporizer, and I really enjoy it. I enjoy smoking it more than I would a traditional bong or pipe. It just feels cleaner and healthier for my lungs, which is my biggest concern with smoking. This thing feels solid. I couldn't break this if I tried. This is solid metal stainless steel, which means pure vapor with minimal reclaim each and every use. It's sleek and simple, and it has a powerful convection vaporizer for the health conscious. I mean, this thing uses USB-C on the bottom. It even has the latest technology on it. USB-C as opposed to micro USB, which I really like as a tech nerd. It has an all-quartz chamber, has a large quartz atomizer boasting a vapor path free from harmful toxins or plastics, providing the highest quality vapor. It comes in this really nice box that I like. It has 4 different temperature modes to reach your ideal temperature setting. In about 30 seconds, it heats up. And this model smokes flower, but they sell other models that you could smoke, the concentrates or oils, whatever you like. I really like it. You could get one for under $100 at lynxvapor.com. Use promo code ARI10 to receive 10% off your order. That's ARI number 10. Check it out. Do them a favor. Do me a favor. Do yourself a favor by getting the Lynx vaporizer to take your smoking to that next level. Let's get back to the show. Thank you. You're one of my favorite comedians.
I appreciate that.
And I'm not just saying that. I mean that. I've seen you have some of the best sets ever where you just destroy the place and everyone's like, they're tearing up like I am right now, just tears coming down their face from your comedy. And then I've seen you bomb too. I've seen you have sets where just you didn't connect.
Of course.
It happens with everyone, but maybe it happens with you 5% more than it happens with Donnell Rawlings.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
I don't know, man. I think it's because it had a lot to do with when you don't connect or you don't go up with the intention of having a good time. Sometimes I wouldn't be having a good time, and then when you do that, it's like...
What do you think Donnell Rawlings has that you don't have? Comedically.
This is unfair.
I'm just saying, Donnell Rawlings...
This is unfair because I'm trying to answer honestly, and you're just joking around.
No, I genuinely think Donnell Rawlings is a more consistent comedian than you and me. I'm being genuine.
Yeah, I can't speak on that, dude. I don't know.
You've seen him?
Yeah, I've seen him. I don't
You
fucking
ever seen
know.
that guy have a bad set?
I don't know.
I never have seen him have a bad set ever.
I don't watch him all that often.
I do. He doesn't do bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys like that. There's guys that are very consistent.
Who else do you think doesn't do bad?
There's a few guys that you just never see do bad.
Who?
You know, like fucking Burr or like fucking
No, I've seen Burr do bad.
Sebastian. I've seen him when maybe they're working on something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah,
I've seen Rock do the same thing. But I don't, yeah, there's, you know, if you're a polished comic, I think you're going to be good.
It's true.
Like, I don't know
That's
what to
true.
fucking tell you. I mean, once you've like been doing it for 10 years or something, you like learn
That's
how
true.
to. You want this to be funny, like goofy funny, huh?
No.
Every time I want to get serious with you, you start talking about some fucking.
No, I was trying to be serious. I'm sorry.
Why do you think Donnell Rawlings is a better comedian than you?
I didn't say
Is it
better. I didn't
it's
say
a
he was better.
fucking serious
I didn't
question,
say better.
dude.
I didn't say he was better. I
Come
like
on,
you
dude.
better. I think you're a better comedian.
No. But you said, why do you think Donnell Rawlings is better than you? Why
No, I
is
didn't
that?
say better.
Dude, if this is one of those interviews where you go, man, fuck you, man. Like, you know what I mean? I thought you like really legitimately wanted to have a good conversation with your boy.
No, I don't think Donnell is better than you. I think he's more consistent.
That's fine.
That's different.
Yeah, but
I wasn't
think,
trying to insult you. I was just trying to get to the science of our comedies.
Dude, it's okay if he's more consistent.
Yeah, it's okay. Do you think have you ever experienced racism at a comedy show against your background and heritage?
Yeah, in Arizona one time when I was pretty new,
What'd they say?
some lady told me to go back to my country.
Really?
Yeah.
While you were on stage?
Yeah. But I was doing a character.
How did you react?
I was doing a character. I was doing like this Persian character. And then I was like, I don't get it, what it's like. You know, I don't know if you remember in the beginning, I used to sometimes fuck around and do a
Yeah.
Persian character, like that Iranian man guy. And I said, I don't understand Arizona. You know, they do this. And then she said, well, then go back to your country then. And I was
then
like,
what'd you say?
when my visa is up, I will be heading back. And she goes, all right, da-da-da-da. And then like, this is like 5 minutes into the show. And then I keep doing it. And I keep doing it. And then she goes, I said, go back to your fucking country.
Oh,
man."
she didn't quit and they didn't kick her
No,
out.
and then I was
Yeah.
like, look, you fucking dumb bitch. Then I broke character.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, you dumb bitch. I'm just like a kid from Orange County, California.
Yeah.
I'm just as American as you are, but you fucking are just like outing yourself as a racist bitch right now. Like, what are you doing? And everyone's like, what the fuck? Because they thought I was that other guy.
Uh-huh.
And then it just like everyone's like, and then the owner of the fucking place, it was, I forget what's his name. Oh, Howard Hughes. Was it Howard Hughes?
Was this House of Comedy? What?
No, dude. It was not even a club. This was like my
a
first
show.
year
Okay.
of comedy, dude. And it was like my first road gig. Brady Matthews was with me.
Okay.
It was like at this Mexican restaurant that they had be a club.
Yeah.
And it was like they put you in a hotel, but you did like
Right.
4 shows. It was a legit room.
So,
And the owner of the place was like a Persian guy who like was like an ex-Navy fucking SEAL or in the military or some shit. And he was there watching.
right.
And so he, the fucking, and I had a drink right there on stage, like a little vodka Red Bull on stage with me. And I go, look, you're fucking whatever. This is 5 minutes in the show, and I break the thing, and everyone's like, holy shit. And then she doesn't know what's going on. She's like, what the fuck? And then she's like, she was wasted. She
course.
keeps like heckling. And I'm like, dude, is this what fucking Arizona's like? Is everyone a fucking racist? They're like, no, so the crowd's like on my side.
Oh,
whatever.
they are. Okay, that's good.
And
Yeah.
then the fucking what happens? Oh yeah, then they go to kick him out. I'm like, look at this fucking. And I went
You
super
went off.
hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
I went off super hard. I'm like, look at this fucking. She's a racist. And I started doing that, and they're like, everyone's cheering and shit. And then I'm like, I want them to fucking leave. And then everyone's cheering them to leave. And then they get up to leave, and their husband's like this big ass fucking dude. It's right behind her. And I may have called her a cunt at some point, right?
Uh-huh.
And then he's like walking up, and I thought he was gonna come up. He was gonna be like, man, because the way his posture was like he was walking up.
You were
like,
a little nervous.
No, I wasn't nervous. I thought he was gonna come up and be like, hey man, I'm so fucking, because everyone was like, get the fuck out of here. This isn't how Arizona is. So I thought like, oh, he's gonna come and be like, dude, I'm so sorry about my wife. She's fucking drunk, dude. You know. And he kind of waddles over like this, and they're going to leave, but then the owner's kind of trailing him, and the guy grabs my drink and throws it in my face and goes, "Don't call my wife a cunt!" and throws the whole fucking thing. And it like a little bit of ice hits me in the eye, like cuts the top of my eye, and the fucking drink's like on the ceiling. It's like spilling down. I'm like, what the fuck? But as he does that, the owner of the place tackles the motherfucker. Like as he does. Like I've never seen someone get hit so hard. And his feet come up off the floor, and he hits the ground. And then now they're in front of me, and then I'm just with the mic standing over, and I go, whoa. And everyone's like, what the fuck? And I go, now, your wife's a bitch or something. It was like, it was so crazy, dude. And then, yeah, I just kept talking shit, like whatever. And I'm glad I didn't like kick him in the face or do anything stupid.
Yeah.
But so I'm just standing over. I'm like, that was just nuts. And then they finally leave, and then we'd finish the show, and it was actually.
So you kept doing stand up.
Yeah, dude, it was a good show, but that was like one time I've experienced somebody talking shit, but it was actually turned out to be quite fun.
Were you mad after that set?
Yeah.
Were you happy getting off the stage because you had a good set still, or were you still mad about just having to get into that ordeal?
No, I thought it was funny. I mean, I was doing a character. I mean, they don't, but it just was funny that people like somebody would say that. Even if I was that guy, why would fucking this lady say that? You know?
Did I tell you I got into a fight in New York?
Mm-mm.
I did.
Like a fist fight?
Yeah.
With another comedian?
With
or audience?
No, an audience.
Oh, really?
It was very similar to this story, except I didn't experience any racism or anything. But you've heard me do my teacher joke?
Which one?
Where I say teachers shouldn't be paid more than they do?
Yeah, of course. Oh, you said that and then someone got pissed?
So it ends with, I've told this story before, but it ends with me saying, if she's 17 and keeps her mouth shut, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know this one.
And this lady stands up in the crowd and says, not funny, me too.
Okay.
And so then I said, well, everyone else laughs, so sit down and shut up. And she said, not funny, me too again. Uh-huh. So then I lost it, similar to you. I called her a dumb bitch. I said, you guys don't like comedy. You suck. Get her out of here, blah, blah, blah. Right. Everyone cheers. I get off this. I finish my set. This guy comes up to me. I think it's to say, have a good set. But he said, I'm not. So I put my hand out to shake his hand. I said, thanks, man. And he goes, I'm not shaking your hand. That was my wife. And then he pours wine over my head.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
And at this point, I'm literally there's no one around. Yeah. I mean, there are people around, but not right there. Uh-huh. So I'm like, I have to hit this guy. Or else I'm not a man.
Yeah, like I didn't have time to think about
like you had a guy tackle. No one was there to tackle him. So I was like, I have to hit this guy or else I'm a bitch.
Yeah.
So I hit him. I started choking him out.
No way.
And then people broke us apart.
Yeah.
Instantaneously.
What club was this at?
This was at it wasn't at a comedy club. It was in the basement of the Soho House. It was a show. All
very
rich
nice.
people.
Very nice.
Yeah, really classy.
That's hilarious, dude. Yeah, one time Brian Steinhardt, we were at this is like in the open mic days. Brian Steinhardt, who I love.
Yeah. Nice guy.
He's a very sweet dude. We would always get in fights at the fucking Brew Co. It was like frat guys that were fucked up, and all they wanted to do was come and disrupt me. Like, these guys aren't fucking funny. Let's go see, So it would be like that. And then at the time, we were getting up at like the Comedy Store at like 2:30 in the morning. So every set was angry. Like I was like, fuck this. You'd been waiting for 9 hours to get on stage. So like this, they're like, why aren't they fucking listening? I've been waiting to go up. And it was so important to us to have
right.
So I would get in like fights all the time there. And fucking this one particular time, and we wouldn't put up with shit with any of these fucking like little frat guy, whatevers. And this happened where I forget what happened, but Swinehart and this guy got into it. And then afterwards, like he came out, but he really like was talking shit throughout Swinehart's whole set. So now they're on the like right by the stairs of the Brew Co, which was this bar by UCLA. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever did it.
I did a couple times,
Yeah, so that was like the place where we go and do a lot of time. And the guy's standing there, and Brian's like, fuck you, man. Why are you talking shit during my whole set, man? Blah, blah, blah. And the guy's like, man, fuck you. And they're talking shit back and forth. And then Brian has a drink in his hat. And he goes, hey, man, have a drink on me. And he fucking pours a drink on his head, dude. And then
That's fighting words, yeah.
Yeah, they start fighting right there. It's so fucking funny. But then afterwards, I was like, dude, you should have got another drink and been like, 2-drink minimum. It was a fucking
It's a good
fun.
Ryan Steinhardt impression, too.
It is, huh?
Yeah.
Hey,
No,
what's
I haven't
up,
heard that
Ari?
before.
Hey, Ari.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah,
man.
I love Swiney.
Yeah, nice
But there
guy.
were so many funny times. There one time I was in a, you know, Dino Archie, right?
Yeah.
And like something happened where this guy was talking shit to me, and like he was a lot bigger than me with a couple friends with him, you know. And we were like getting into it in the back of the room after I got off stage. I'm like, hey man, what the fuck were you, you know, why were you heckling, blah blah blah. And then him and his friends got up, and Dino was right next to me, and I thought, okay, he's got my back at least, you know. And at that time, like, you know, stage time was like, it was gold. So like
Yeah.
we're sitting there, and I'm like, no, fuck you, dude. I have Dino right behind me, and then I'm like, yeah, no, fuck you guys, dude. We don't put up with that bullshit in this room. And then I forget who was hosting, but the guy goes, all right, Dino Archie, and Dino leaves and goes on stage. And then it's just me and those guys are like, nah, it's cool, dude. And I fucking just went outside. And
Wow.
nothing happened, but
Would you say you're more level-headed now?
oh yeah, dude.
Like, when was the last time you got really angry on stage or off or about comic, you know, in that type of situation?
Got really mad on stage.
Yeah.
I try to do it less. I mean, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
because that's not the place for it, I don't think.
Right.
You know, but before I would let shit bother me.
Sometimes
a lot.
it's just hard. Sometimes you kind of just lose control a little bit. If
I would do
someone
that a
does
lot.
something to you on stage, you know, or, you know, after the situation, you go, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
But in the moment,
Yeah, you're heated and you make a dumb decision. And I used to do that a lot, dude, when I was newer. I would let the shit, because it was so important to me, like this time, you know, like I was on stage and it was like, and I didn't realize they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like they didn't wait 9 hours to get up there. Or they don't, you know, they don't know how much time it take. For all they know, you're just a fucking guy that goes, hey, I want to do comedy, and you just go up there and do it.
right.
You
That's
know,
what
like
they- yeah,
you're
it
just
is.
the next guy that he just wanted to do it, so he's on there. They don't know your fucking blood, you know, the blood, sweat, and tears that go into this shit. But,
Yeah.
I would take that on my back to the stage and be like, you don't know how fucking hard it is. And then there's some times I'd be lecturing them about, you know,
Yeah.
you know what it's like to get up here. And it just, looking back on it, it's so silly.
Yeah.
It's like, what the fuck are you doing? For an audience to be watching that is just like, dude, we don't want to hear this bullshit.
Right.
We came
We
here
wanna
to
hear
laugh.
to laugh, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? So now, knowing that, I just go, you know, I'll laugh at, I laugh off a lot of shit.
Yeah. All you could do is just be.
But I think that
silly.
comes just from, you know, years of doing it. Like, you just learn that, you know? But back in the day, I was like, no, it was important. Like, I may have sacrificed that set, but, you know, I let them know.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they're like, dude, that guy was fucking dick.
They're just. And you're never someone who heckles and is a shitty audience member. You're never gonna. It's not like you're gonna say something and she's
And
gonna
change
go.
their mind, yeah.
she's gonna go. Oh, I never thought about that.
You know what? You're right.
I'm sorry.
But have had hecklers where they end up coming around and clapping and like, you know, you've probably had that too, where you fucking do something and then they're like, oh, fuck this guy. And then,
Yeah.
and then they come around and then by the end they're like clapping and having a good time. And now my goal when something does happen like that is not to kick them out, you know, unless they're
Get 'em on your
super
side.
fucked up. Yeah,
Right.
it's like, dude, like, you know, just make it a fun little thing that like, hey man, you know, obviously fucking go in when you have to, but
Yeah.
just make it to where it's not like disrupting the whole show and then you go, no, fuck that guy. You know, like keep them in there and make them realize like, dude, this ain't the way to do it. And you know, you're a fucking professional. Like they're
Yeah.
not able to do it like that easy anymore.
That's good. That's really good. I have a question.
You have
for
the energy of Ben Stein.
That's rude. He's a sexual predator. I don't want to be
Did
compared
he get
to
beat,
him.
dude?
I don't know, but he should.
That was baseless.
He's not listening.
Sure he is.
All right, he listens to everything. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yep.
So, I think you're straight. I want you to know that.
Mm-hmm.
I think you like women. And if you didn't, there's nothing wrong with that either.
That's
But
cool.
I think you do. I think you do like women.
That's
when I
not
think
true.
about you, and I think about if you're straight or not, I think you are. But if you weren't, hypothetically speaking, if you were a homosexual, would your parents be okay with it?
I don't think they would care.
They wouldn't?
Not at all. Would your parents
That's
be
good.
okay with it? Did your brother really just come out of the closet?
Yeah.
Which one?
Youngest one, Jonah. He's 19.
Oh, okay. Did you guys know or no?
I didn't know.
Not at all.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I actually have a call from him. He left a voicemail for the show. And that's just a good segue for it. I wasn't planning on doing it right then and there. That's not why I brought it up.
Well, let's do it.
But let's take the call. This is...
when did he officially tell you guys?
He told us about a year ago.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just recent.
I mean, yeah, according to the joke, it's recent, but he told us... It took me some time to formulate the joke and all that, but he told us over New Year's, actually,
cool.
right after New Year's.
Okay.
So a little less than a year. Okay, so here is the joke, or the call, the voicemail from my brother.
Hey, Ari, my name is Josh. I'm calling.
He gave a fake name, Josh.
Dude, this whole time my earpiece has been like this and you haven't told me?
I thought you knew. I thought you were doing that on purpose.
Oh, that's hilarious, dude.
I thought that was like a stylistic or comfort
Not at
type
all.
of thing.
This sounds so much better.
Okay, good.
Dude, Ari.
Hey,
Okay.
Ari, my name is Josh. I'm calling from the San Diego area, and I wanted some advice on a dilemma I'm having right now with my family. I came out to my family about a year ago, and recently I came home with a hickey on my neck, and my parents asked me if it was from a boy or girl. Although it doesn't seem like a huge problem, it just made me feel bad that they were questioning, almost trying to get confirmation whether I was gay or straight, even though I had already come out to them. So if you could let me know what to do about the situation. I don't know if I should talk to them about it or just let it slide. Let me know. Thank you.
What do you think?
I would say that one is from a girl, but you should see the one right next to my cock and balls. That's from a guy. No, totally. I would say, be honest with them. Ari, this is your brother, dude. Why don't you call your fucking parents and tell them, dude, it's all good.
Well, but I think it's not about honesty. He's saying he's upset because they're asking if
Like
it's a boy
for
or girl,
confirmation.
even though he told them he's gay.
But I think that this conversation will only happen like one more time. You know, it's gonna happen if he nips it in the bud now, and goes, hey, it's a guy, guys. I told you I was straight. I mean, I'm gay. This is what it is. You know, so
Yeah.
you know.
So you
obviously
think he should confirm with them?
Yeah. What I mean, what else? What?
A couple things come to my mind.
What's that?
First and foremost, what do you like? You're 19. I guess I've had hickeys in my life, but
Yeah.
it's
Why
like,
have a hickey unless
why are
you're
you
a
walking around with
Taco
hickeys,
Bell
dude?
employee?
It's like gay or straight. Like that's not a good look.
That's a good point.
You're an adult. Why are you coming home with hickeys all over your neck? Gross. It's gross. But let's put that aside.
And then the other thing is, dude, why are you gay?
Why are you gay? You shouldn't be that. It's not what God wants, and it's not what.
Oh, that joke is really funny, actually. Has your brother heard that joke?
Yeah, he's
that
heard it.
joke is really good. Yeah.
No, but another thing is it possible, Jonah, says Josh, is it possible, Jonah, that mom and dad were joking when they said, is it a boy or a girl? Is it possible that we're trying to make a bad joke?
I think he would have been able to read it, to be honest.
He would or wouldn't?
I think he would have been able to read that.
so
Like if you'd been like, haha, very funny, guys, and then
Got
fucking
it.
keep it moving.
Well, in that case, if they weren't joking and they are seriously asking if you're getting hickeys from girls, you could say, gross, I'm not attracted to women. I only like men. So it's a pretty insensitive question for you guys to ask me. Make them feel a little guilty about it.
Right.
And then that's it.
I like that.
I don't think, I know mom and dad as well as you do. And when you came out, they were...
Were they
we were all-
shocked?
I think no one really saw it coming, but we were all pretty supportive. I don't think anything negative was said about it. You have a very supportive family, and I don't think you should be hurt or upset by them asking if it was a girl because they're fine. We're all fine with you being a little gay boy, my little gay baby brother.
That's what you call him?
Yeah, my little gay boy. Let's take one more call. This is from... Do you want to take a call from Stephen Fury or Ken Gar? Or Stephen
This is all
Randolph?
just people. This is all just people you
I
know.
ran out of fan callers on the last episode.
Cool. All right,
Been doing
who is
too many
this one?
episodes. Do you want to do one from Stephen Fury, Ken Gar, or Stephen Randolph?
You pick, dude. I don't care.
Okay, Ken Gar's is pretty good. Let's listen to that one.
Hey, Ari, it's Ken Gar, first-time caller, long-time listener. Hey, I just needed some advice. I've been in a long-distance relationship for a year and a half, and she doesn't seem to want to move to LA, and I don't know if we should just keep it long distance or if I should give her an ultimatum. I look forward to your advice. You are my guru. I absolutely love and adore every piece of advice that you give. Thank you so much. Look forward to hearing from you.
So I don't know if you heard that, but he said he's in a long-distance relationship with his girlfriend. He doesn't know whether or not to keep doing it or to give her an ultimatum.
How serious is he with her, you know?
I think they're pretty serious.
Yeah, so I think that he's got to just let her know, man, this is my dream. This is what I want to do. I'm not going to stop it. I guess this is leaning toward ultimatum, Ken. Ken Tums and fuck Gar. That's what
But here's the thing. An ultimatum is very unhealthy. You know, even if it goes exactly where you want, you say, listen, I need you to move here or we need to break up. And she goes, okay, I'm moving there for you. That's not, if she doesn't want to move there on her own kind of thing, she's going to hold it against you. She's going to hold it against you for making her leave and move. It's not going to be a healthy decision. You don't want to give her an ultimatum and say, you have to move here for me. I'm
just saying, like, the way that it's going to come out is going to sound like an ultimatum, but if you can finesse it in a way that you let her know, and if she really cares about you, she sees that this is, I don't know what she does for work is the thing. So if it's something she can't do here, it's going to be kind of hard to be like, hey, man, pick up your life and move out there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would.
So either way, it's going to sound like an ultimatum.
I wouldn't give her an ultimatum. I would just say, hey, I really wish you were here with me. And if you ever wanted to move to LA, I would support you through that move in any way I could. And I would love it. But I don't think I would give her an ultimatum. Me.
But it's going to sound like an ultimatum.
But you don't say, I'm going to break up with you if you don't. You just say...
yeah. You definitely don't have to break up with her, I don't think, over it. But I think, well, how long can you do the long distance thing if she says no? Like, I just can't. You know?
I mean, these days with airplanes, just switch off, you know? Once a month, each one of you visits the other.
I know, yeah, personally, I would like to think that...
You don't want to see a girl every day anyway.
That's true.
It's not when you see a girl every single day.
Well, what if you're
much.
No, not if you're really into the chick though. Have you ever been in a relationship?
Yeah.
Where you're like, so you think that just wears off over everyone?
Yeah. There's not a single couple after years and years of being together that's just like, oh, I love spending every minute with you.
Don't you see some old couples that are like that, or do you think they just like put up with it?
No, it's all a facade. Everyone gets sick of each other a little bit. Long distance relationship, not that bad. If you could see each other every month, maybe catch her cheating, and then you can cheat a little bit on the side. What do you think? Good advice?
It was decent. I like the non-ultimatum thing.
Yeah.
Dude, this mic is so fucked up, huh?
I know. I need to fix
like
up
everything about it. Like this area is just very uncomfortable. I've been like, I don't know how to like the table
chairs.
Well, the table's too high for where the chairs are for me. So you know, I'd like to be a little bit higher up.
So I need a taller chair.
Maybe a taller chair, and then like
different mic arms.
Yeah, the chair thing you got to fix is I'm like sinking it. It's like one of those that.
But look at me. Look at how I do it.
Yeah, but I don't want to fucking sit like this.
It's called posture, my friend.
I have bad posture.
You ever heard of posture? In military school, I went to a military high school. While we ate, we had to put a knife in between our chest and the table and hold
keep
it there. Yeah, while we ate. And if the knife fell, we'd have to do push-ups later.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so weird to think you went to military school.
It is weird. And now I have a big Jufro.
I mean, do you ever keep in touch with those people?
I have a couple friends.
From them?
From there, yeah.
Have they seen you do stand-up?
Yeah, some of them have.
What do they think?
I think
Did they invite you to the New York Comedy Festival?
I think, everyone, I haven't experienced really any. No, that's not true. One person from college, I remember my T-shirt when I had a porn star wear my T-shirt and I put my face over her vagina.
Yeah, that was great. Ari always did some funny stuff. That was good.
So I posted that picture and a girl from college said that I'm a chauvinist, sexist pig. And and that I shouldn't do comedy, and that I'm eliminating most of my audience with that picture.
I think your act is just that, you know? So it's like people aren't going to fucking all like you.
They're not going to all
You know?
like me.
Yeah,
But
because
hopefully-
but it's all good because you're going to find your audience. You know?
Hopefully.
I'm not a fan, but I know that there's other people that would be. I like you as a person. Would I subscribe to your Patreon?
I don't do Patreon. To me, do you have a Patreon?
No.
Okay, then I could comfortably say, to me, a Patreon is being an internet homeless person. It's asking your friends and family and fans it's begging them for change.
I don't know exactly how it works. So you say, I thought it was like, okay, if you want to subscribe to my shit, I can give you bonus content. Is that how it works?
It is, but it's like,
why don't you just give it to
yeah,
them?
just put out your content. If you're making content, put it out. To me, it's like, hey, I can't earn money as a comedian, but will you guys just give me some? Please help me. Help me, please.
So what about?
Be a comedian.
But I
That's what it
understand.
is
I
to me.
understand. I guess if you don't tour, but I guess some people, do they need it because they need money and they
It's
want to do a
from-
podcast?
they wanna make money,
But
and
then
they
let me ask you this then: if people are willing to do it, like
Yeah.
a lot of people are willing to do it, like to pay it for a subscription.
Oh, and they are. Some people are making
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So-
$30,000.
I think that may balance itself out. Like they go, oh, I'm just like I subscribe to Hulu, I subscribe to this guy's thing, you know, and then that's an independent channel.
It is. That's.
You
to
know,
be
as
honest,
opposed
what
to the
it
way
is.
you made it
I'm
sound
being
was like
negative.
very, very, because I could see both ways. Like if they're putting good shit out and it's funny and it's good and or whatever, it doesn't even need to be funny.
I'm just being a hater, I guess, a little bit.
It sounds
but-
like it.
But it's just like, to me, just make good shit and hopefully you'll get paid to do it.
That's true. I agree with that.
And you see a lot of people who have Patreons, and then once they get successful, they take off their Patreons, which
Is that
kind
what
of shows
happens?
me
Who's an example of that?
an example of someone who took away their Patreon.
No, give me an example of like a person that we know.
Tom Segura.
Oh, that's smart. But I mean, he makes so much money probably from his podcast and touring
Yeah.
already, right? Ads
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. So that makes sense.
I don't know. I think you just changed my mind. If you want to do a Patreon, that's fine. I just not
Yeah,
for me.
I think the way that you made it sound was like some fucking like
I think you're right.
guy that
I'm
has
being
like
a-
2 listeners and goes, please, my friends and family, just give me money.
Yeah, I'm
because
being
I
a
want to
hater
do.
because a lot of it is that. But you're right. Certain people have
No,
a
that are
Patreon
good. They're
and their
like-
fans want us to come to. That's fine. It's not for me, but that's fine. If some people do that, if you do
Yeah.
a Patreon, I'm not going to hate on you.
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with that shit. I just want to make money doing stand-up.
Kickstarters though, for a comedy tour, that's gross.
That's kind of weird, yeah. I had to do one for Doogie a long time ago when I had no money.
That's different. That's a selfless act. That wasn't for you. That was for your.
Yeah, but that was
God.
like before I had money, you know, before I
But
was
that's
making any
but
money.
do you realize that's not for you? That's for something else. Mm-hmm. What about when someone goes, "Hey, I want to go on a tour and do comedy. The
Yeah.
clubs don't book me. No one's booking me to open for them. But I really want to. Can please? I want to do it.
Yeah, I don't think you should.
I want to
ever,
do
I don't
it.
think you should ask or like beg people to do what you you know what I mean? Because I think like what it's supposed to be is you're supposed to be good at it to where they're gonna want to see it.
Right.
Also, that's why I always like even when I do shows and shit, it's like I don't do guest list all the time because I'm worth a fucking show ticket. Like I've been working to be, a fucking ticket you want to come see and go out and spend an evening and go watch Amir K. Go watch him. I don't want to be a guy that's like fucking, oh, dude, get on my guest list. Is there a code for your show? Like, no, man, fucking,
Buy a ticket.
This is what I do. Like, I don't go to a fucking doctor and ask him to give me,
Can I get a discount on
or like
surgery?
free or whatever. I
Yo.
may actually do that. I'm lying.
Look it up. One time I had I
had free. I'm thinking I have free dental work or
I
like
got
cleaning.
my wisdom tooth taken out.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, "What do you do?" As he's putting me under, and I'm like, "Oh, I work at the Comedy Store." And he goes, "I'll tell you what. You let me come see you perform, I'll give you 20% off."
There you go. But
And I'm
that's
like,
cool.
"You
That's an
got
even
it, dude."
trade. That's an
Yeah.
even trade. I'll fuck with that. Like even
Yeah.
like, I got a buddy that's a dentist. He's like, hey, dude, come and get a cleaning. I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And then he comes to my show. I get him. But that's like an even trade.
Yeah.
But not like, hey, dude, I want to come fucking.
I think
bring
the
20.
joke was on him because I think he thought I was like a successful comedian.
And then he comes.
And then he comes, I'm doing 5 minutes on potluck.
and he sends you a bill again.
Do you ever get worried about getting Me Too'd?
Not really, because I was never a creep with it.
Well, I have a story to tell about you.
Go ahead.
One time, I came over and you immediately fingered my butt when I walked in.
Oh yeah, do you like sex?
Yeah.
Is that in those days, dude? There was a period of time where I would ask you if you like sex.
Just me or anyone?
There was a lot of people I'd ask that, mainly Grant, but yeah, you too. Remember?
Do you like
sex?
I like it.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, I'd get hormones with that pretty good too.
You like sex?
Dude, I told him one time, Jamie Masada, I told hormones, I go, Jamie Masada was asking about you, dude. What the fuck? And he goes, well, yeah, what did he say? And I go, do you like he wants to know if you like sex. Oh, I love getting hormones, dude.
Hormones is fun to get too because he gets people too.
Yeah, he gets people so good because he'll be like, dude, like all his little jokes and stuff.
Yeah, he fucks with people a
Oh
lot.
man, yeah, he has a good time in there seating people and shit.
Are you guys related?
Yeah, hormones and I are brothers.
That's what I thought. I always thought you guys
Did
were.
you joke?
I thought you.
No, Hormones is cool, man. I really like him. He's from Orange County too. Who's your favorite guy at the Comedy Store?
Door guy or just person hangs out?
Well, you hang out with Abby a lot, who I like.
I hang out with Abby.
Roberge.
Abby Roberge a lot. I like Matt Lockwood's comedy a lot.
Matt's funny, dude.
Yeah,
I like that kid.
He's just an idiot, you know.
Yeah, but he's just so fucking.
No,
yeah,
but
he's
in a good
funny.
way. I like Steven Randolph a lot.
Steven Randolph. You know, we started together.
Okay.
I love that dude.
No, tell me about that.
Yeah, we started. He was coming around the haha. Me, him, and this other guy, Taylor Ketchum, who was really funny.
I've heard that name before.
Taylor was really funny, and him and Taylor were really good friends, and Randolph and I got along pretty well. And then he would go in and out though. He wasn't all in right away.
Right.
And so I would be there all the time, and he wasn't there always. But then I remember then he came back to the store. He was like, "Fuck, I'm serious." I'm like, "Hell yeah, I'm so glad," because he's so funny, bro.
Yeah.
One of my favorite things of him is like the fucking Mexican talk show where he just starts fighting people. Have you seen those?
Yeah.
That's some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Do you know what I mean? And so I always liked him after that. I was like, fuck, this guy doesn't give a fuck. He'll go
he
all
has
the way.
some crazy
And then like when
stories.
he does the like dude come to the store in the hospital bed, like that's funny to me, dude. Or like the fucking, his motivational speech. All that shit's really funny, dude.
Of all the people you started with,
Yeah.
who is the most successful in comedy?
Probably Gerard. I mean, Gerard started before me, but he's definitely probably the most successful guy. Gerard Carmichael.
You started around the same time?
Well, I think he may have been like a year or two before me, and then, we were
But you
definitely
watched him.
we were definitely micing together. Yeah, him,
Yeah.
Angelo Bowers. Angelo was a fucking beast, dude. But
But now
those are the
Gerard
guys.
does Gerard even do stand up?
I haven't seen him around. I mean, I see him every now and then, but I don't think he goes up all the time. I think he's just doing other shit. He's executive producing all sorts of things.
If you were a movie star, would you still do stand up?
Yes. I think I've always been asked that, and I would always do stand-up, no matter what. I think I'll be like one of those fucking, Rodney Dangerfield, Pryor type guys that's like always fucking going to do it, or like Carl Lands that like till they die, they're going to do stand-up. I'll be like that Don Rickles type guy.
Me too.
Yeah.
I mean that. I'm never stopping. You can't make me. Even if I get in trouble, I'm still going to do it.
I think you can. But nowadays,
No,
you
if
just
I
do
get
it.
in trouble, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to change my name.
I feel like that's where I see you go. Like you're gonna get on, and then you're gonna get in some big like you're gonna cross the line.
For some reason, I feel that happening
and they're
too.
gonna be like, dude, you just can't do that. You go, what? And you'll fucking do your little Ari, and they're gonna be like, dude, I'm sorry, you just can't. And then you're gonna have to do your own like little side, because you're gonna have developed this following of these fucking guys that are just like you.
It's scary to think that, but I feel that happening.
That's gonna happen. I
I'm gonna get in
watch
trouble,
you,
huh?
and I'm going. It's literally a matter of time before something happens where they go, hey, did you hear Ari fucking cross the line, dude?
But it'll be like...
And it's not like one of those things where you can do anything in comedy. It's like, no. Ari did like that and then some.
Well, I don't think
Like
I'll
he
ever
did.
cross the
No,
line.
hold on. He fucking like, dude. We didn't even know. There's no rules in comedy, this, that, and the other. But he fucking went overboard.
He went
dude.
over.
Yeah, like
It could happen.
Yeah,
But it's not going to happen in my personal life. Like when the Me Too stuff started happening, I go, I don't hit on girls. I'm scared of women, so I'm not going to, I'm fine.
But you do some dumb shit. Like you've gone to like fucking Australia. That was my
for a
favorite,
for a
bro. When you
girlfriend,
said,
yeah.
I am spending all of my money to go see this chick.
Yeah.
I fucking love that, dude.
Truth be told, I think I went a little bit in debt to...
Oh, it was great. Like, what a fucking stupid thing you did, you know?
Honestly, though, it was one of the best months
Yeah.
of my life.
Yeah.
I don't regret it. It was great. I met some amazing people. I did some amazing comedy shows. It was a wonderful experience. People made fun of me for that.
Did you see the girl when you went back and
No.
did the Theo shows?
No.
Man, that would have been good to do.
No, I think it would have been unhealthy.
How did that
I think
end?
it would have been reopening the wound. It ended with, we talked for a long time over Skype every night. And then it got to the point where she was like, she basically got smart. Or I don't know. For all I know, she met someone.
Could you feel she was over it?
No, I don't think she was over it. I think it was literally her going, we live 20-hour flight away from each other. I'm 21 years old with no money. I don't have a visa to go there. How is this relationship ever going to work? And I think she was absolutely right.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a dumb... I mean, but that's something you do when you're that age. And that's some
It's not even an age thing. I would do it again right now. It was love. It wasn't a...
Because you don't know. But that's a young thing to do. You wouldn't do that when you're 45.
No, I would if I was in love. If that was
you
my
wouldn't
soulmate.
do it when you were 45, dude.
You're not 45. You don't know.
I'm not 45, but I wouldn't do it now.
The heart wants what... You don't think you would do it.
The heart wants what it can't have.
And then you meet this woman... And this woman makes you happier than you've ever been in your entire life, and you go, "I would do anything for her."
Right.
You're gonna find that.
I want to find that.
You will.
To be honest, I found like when you're a kid and you're in high school, you find girlfriend. You have a girlfriend. You're like, "Oh my god, this is love," and then you think that this is like the most I could love somebody, and then you meet. You break up, and then you meet someone else, and you're like, "Oh my god, this is love," and this is the most you could love somebody. And you break up with that person and you go, what the fuck? The next person is like, I don't know. It's so crazy how that works.
Yeah.
But then there's always like qualities that you like about one, and then you.
Yeah, you wish you could just build a bear. With
which
a
is pretty crazy because you'd imagine that's the same thing for women. They would say that,
I'm
about guys.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's so weird.
Do you want to have kids?
I do. I really do I love kids, man.
And you're okay with bringing an Iranian man into the world?
My brother's having a kid, which is cool because I get to be an uncle.
Oh yeah, whatever happened with his apartment?
It's right here. He lives up the street, but he just bought a house in Long Beach. So I go, dude. I just went down there Sunday.
Yeah,
it was
let's
so
do
fun.
something with his apartment.
He still has it.
That's what I'm saying.
It's right by Runyon, and it's like he still has a good rent control. He had the place for years, but I think he's making it like his office.
Oh, okay.
But he's having a baby, so I get to practice with the little baby. I love babies, man.
Oh, you're gonna be Uncle Amir?
Uncle Amir. Yeah, it'll be fun.
Or is that what he's gonna call you, Uncle Amir?
I guess.
Yeah. Are you gonna take him to Disneyland?
I don't know. I'll do cool stuff with them.
What's the most expensive present you would spend on a nephew?
I don't know. Maybe the most expensive, like a little baby one, or like an adult thing.
At 10 years
Buy him
old,
like a good knife.
I don't think his parents are gonna want you to buy him a knife.
Yeah.
You don't even use knives.
Yeah, I do. You're like
You're a
pocket knife guy.
softie.
You know who you are? You're one of those guys that has one of those fucking pocket knives.
Hell yeah. Always.
kind? Yeah,
I have a
like-
knife right here,
I
Velcroed
can't
onto
get
this
a-
table.
Damn, dude.
What
You
if
should
I
take
did?
some improv classes. Are you a groundling? And I don't even know this.
I should keep a knife Velcroed here, and then
Just
each
in case.
episode, pull it out on the guest and just get their reaction on video. That'd be a good segment.
Yeah, it'd be good.
That'd be a great segment to a podcast. It's called, "Hey, are you ready?" And they go, "What? Are you ready?" And then I do it and get their reaction. What do you think?
That's pretty
I'm
cool.
serious.
Try
Is that a
it
good
for the
segment?
next 3.
With that
Try it for the
action?
next 3. I
Okay.
think it would be good because anytime you could do a segment, that's good.
Any segment.
Yeah.
Have you thought of one? A segment yet for this?
Yeah, dude. A segment for this is called Let's Drink Water.
A lot of people are anti-bottles of water because of all the plastic waste.
And that's been Let's Drink Water.
But I recycle the plastic, so what else am I supposed to do?
Do you immediately recycle it where you fill it up with water again?
No, I mean, I just put it in the recycle bin.
Wouldn't it be better if you just filled it up with water again?
Yeah.
So they didn't have to go through the process of melting it down and making another plastic bottle. Wouldn't that be better?
I don't eat red meat. I watched the Leonardo DiCaprio movie, and I've recommended it to several people. I'm doing my part. I drive a Prius.
But then you also have a Mustang.
The Mustang is a business.
Well, dude, you're such a capitalist. You can't have like a fucking big business that's
Listen,
just
I'm abiding
emitting
by
all
the
sorts
laws.
of fucking fumes into the environment and fucking up the ozone layer, and then drive a Prius on the side so you can
Fine.
wave at
I'm
people.
selling.
and
I'm gonna
tell-
sell it. You're right. I'm gonna sell the Mustang.
You got to get rid of that thing. Unless you
get
live in
rid of it.
Nebraska, which then it's the fucking coolest whip in town. Then yeah, why
I
do
mean,
you have
it's
a
the
Mustang?
coolest whip here. It's
It's a
cooler-
good rental, and I
it's
see what
cooler
you're
than
doing.
Your Mercedes-Benz.
I told you not to go there, man.
What made you get a Mercedes-Benz?
I like cars. You know, don't worry about what I do.
Is it a lease or a buy?
It's a lease. I don't buy cars.
How come?
'Cause I
you
used
like
to.
getting new ones all the time?
Yeah, I like to get a new car every 3 years. And even though this car does not lease well at all, because it's a sports car, it doesn't lease well. But
What do you mean it doesn't lease well?
meaning when it's a sports type of car, the car won't lease well because they know you're going to be hard on it. So your residual value, like the amount of money you're spending for the car, is more than if I was to get like a sedan. Does that make sense?
Oh, it's just an expensive lease, you're saying?
Yeah, because
They know you're going to...
you're gonna fucking drive it like a sports car. You're gonna be hard on it. So the it doesn't hold its value as well as a sedan would. So that you're paying the depreciation of the car over the 3-year term. But the cool thing about a lease is you don't have to fucking worry about maintenance and none of that shit. And then you get a new car. You don't have to sell the car. You know, maybe later on I'll buy
It's
them.
a
I used to buy cars when I did real estate. And then you had to, but I would get them at
It's
the
just
auction.
kind of a headache.
Yeah, I'd buy nice cars at the auction. I'd buy like fucking dope cars at the auction, and then I'd drive them for like a year and sell it and make like 3,000 or 4,000. But I'm not in that position anymore to do that. So I was like, fuck it. I have a little bit of money. I'll buy a nice car and drive it and have a good time with it.
That's fair. I support you.
Thank you, man. It's fun.
How can I make more money
Quit
than
comedy
you?
and do something else.
Okay. It's good advice.
Great advice. And that's licensed therapy.
It's good advice. How can I make money just the easiest way?
I liked your Airbnb little scheme that you were
That's
doing.
gone. Airbnb scheme's
That
gone.
was
They
a
changed the
great
law.
scheme.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I had a good run. I
You
did
had
for
a
like
great
3
run.
years.
I love that you had like strippers and shit staying at the place, and your neighbors were like, "What the fuck are these people partying on our balcony and taking videos?" Like Ari would have like fucking like fifth-rate porns being shot in his fucking in his unit on the weekends, and it was like underground porn being shot in your fucking units.
I had a good run. I'm sad to see it end.
And you were so stupid. You would just like trust anybody. It was like rent it now. And you wouldn't even God damn. Yeah. But you had a good run. You made some money.
Yeah. So now I'm coming to this new chapter in my life.
The rental business. The car
12th.
rental business.
Well, I have one car, but that makes it makes a few $100s a month. It's not enough to live off of.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm coming to this new chapter in my life where I think it's just going to be comedy starting on the 12th. That's the only income
It's the best, bro.
I'm going to have. But it's scary.
It's the breast.
It
That's
just
the
feels. I feel naked, and I feel.
But you're probably making good money with Theo touring.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's good money.
No, but it's
I think
feature
it should
money.
be- yeah, it should be enough to get by.
it's all good. No one owes you more than that.
No, I'm not complaining.
Yeah,
I'm
you
not
should. You're like, you know how lucky you are. Like a lot of guys, I remember when I started touring with Maz, I was like, fuck, I feel so fortunate that I'm and it wasn't like, making billions of dollars, but you're learning a lot and you're getting better. I saw you last night, and for the first time you didn't bomb in a long time, which
Well, you didn't need to say that. It's not true.
I thought was good. And I texted you. I said, hey,
Thank you.
great set last night. You were being really funny last night.
Thank you so much. But what I'm trying to say is I'm scared because.
But dude, don't be. You
it's
know
not
why?
The reason I'm not scared, I'm grateful for the opportunities, but it could end at any moment. It's out of my control.
No, it can't. You know what? But when there isn't a plan B, this sounds cliche and like cheesy as fuck, but when there's no plan B, you're going to make it. I always say when you start working without a net, you're going to stay on the tightrope. Like you just do it. It's fucking weird, dude. Shit happens. Every time I've decided to go fuck it, I'm going all in, you end up making money somehow, dude. Back in the day, it was like, I'd have $0 and I'd win a contest and, some money would come, or I'd get a gig, or I'd book something. Oh, you can do this tour here. It just happens, dude. But you got to just be all in.
Yeah.
And if you're not, then why are you doing it in the first place?
You're right. I'm in. I've always been all in. Now I'm double all in.
Yeah, you've always been a funny fucking dude, man. Not on stage, but when we're hanging out.
Hey, that's the first step.
I'm kidding. You're really
That's
funny,
step
Ari.
number one. I know I'm the best.
You are the best.
I'm the best
I
there
really
is.
like watching you.
I'm the number one comedian in this world, in the whole world.
Just keep telling yourself that.
Chappelle who?
Chappelle Lacey.
Chappelle Lacey. He's funny.
Chappelle's funny too.
Yeah.
A lot of good guys. Dude, there's so many fun. You know when people ask
that's the real
you,
issue. There's so many comedians. It's like,
There's
who should
so
I
many-
kill off? You know?
But you don't. Why do you have to do that? There's enough pie for everyone.
No, it needs. I want all the pie.
That's selfish, man.
Yeah. Quit.
Me?
It's my pie.
Do you want me? You want me?
It's mine pie. Quit. Yeah, I appreciate you doing the podcast. I know you normally get paid, and I'm not going to pay you, so I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm not going to pay you one bit, not even one little bit.
Okay. Yeah. Ari, I love you.
Love you too.
You're listening to
Unlicensed therapy with Ari Manis.
Ari Manis.